So in that respect, I think it has the potential to play quite a bit different than the other smaller fighters. We can also test the wing geometry down here too to see what the difference is. There's turrets. The lag pip? Actually, I don't always use the lag pip. I change between them depending on what I'm shooting. There's one dead. Oh, there's 12 sentries here in these missions now instead of 9. Size 4s are cutting through them like hot knives through butter. So that's wings open. This is wings closed.
Systems activating. Systems on.
Flying solo, yep.
Launch complete.
Quick tip, how to avoid not flying out of your ship when leaving Port Olisar. Fly away from Port Olisar first.
Please visit again.
The Talon's fun.
Quantum travel engaged.
It's definitely my favorite lighter fighter for sure now. I really want a Tavaran heavy fighter. I want to see what that would look like. I don't know what that sound was. Well, I think the Vanguard's still my favorite, like fighter, but as far as like any of the other lighter fighters, the Talon's definitely what I want out of a lighter fighter. But it's hard to compete with the Vanguard because of the versatility and drive range that it has. The way I'd compare them is if other fighters are fighters, then the Talon is an archer. And the Vanguard is a guy with a big heavy maul. But has all of your carrying capacity. If that analogy makes any sense at all. But yeah, I really like the style of this ship. That's a big part of it, but I also really like the fact, well, I mean, this could all change, but the way that size 4s work. Because you get that, especially with the repeaters, you get that extra velocity. Like, size 3 repeaters are only like 1200 meters a second, and size 4 repeaters are like 1600 meters per second. So there's 400 meters per second advantage there. And yeah, there's other ships that have size 4s, like a Buccaneer can have a size 4, or a Hornet can have a size 4, or an Avenger, you know, there's other ships that can mount a size 4 to have that one gun have that velocity. But the Talon has 2 size 4 slots, which means because of the combined pip, you're getting everything together at that same high velocity. So no other ship really takes advantage of it like that, except the Hurricane. Because the Hurricane can have 2 size 4s on the front. There's definitely something to be said for that. So you get the velocity advantage, and you get a range advantage as well compared to size 3s. So technically, 2 size 4s is less damage than 3 size 3s by a little bit, but having that range and velocity, I think, is something really awesome. Too bad that canopy bug is still there. But I think if you're going to go with cannons on the Talon, then you're going to want to go with the Combine simply because of how well the Combine hits. And size 4 cannons don't have a velocity advantage currently over size 3s like repeaters do. Although size 5 cannons do. So size 4 cannons are kind of at the short end of the stick there. So don't really recommend cannons unless you're going to go Combines. But I think with the Talon, you really want to use that velocity and range to your advantage. So in that respect, I think it plays... I think it has the potential to play quite a bit different than the other smaller fighters. And it may be worth just keeping ballistics on it as well because of its fuel tank size.
Landing complete.
Since you're going to be returning to a pad more frequently anyway. Those are just random thoughts in theory. It's not really... haven't really tested it in practice yet.
Launch complete.
Everything's going to change a little bit too since distortion weapons have gotten nerfed in 3.12. I don't really have much of a plan.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
I can't go to aerial through Hurston game. That would be bad. Even this OM1 here looks pretty sketch.
Quantum travel engaged.
Oh, wow, just barely.
Complete.
Oh, there's little clouds here now in these little small asteroid clusters.
Engines too hot.
Attention, I'm in danger and need help. Come back. Damn it! Son of a bitch.
Notice how the shield changes color when you're hitting it now? It changes to red when it's taking damage.
Damn it. Damn it.
Target destroyed.
Shit.
Target
We're clear.
destroyed.
That was close. Savor these last moments.
The lag pip? Actually, I don't always use the lag pip. I change between them, depending on what I'm shooting. The index hat on the index 2 I had on the alpha, pushing that in changes the pip type for me. Pushing it forward changes the gimbal mode. So it cycles through lock, target, and auto. And pulling it towards me focuses view on the target. Against larger targets that I'm trying to hit a specific area on the ship, I'll change to the lag pip because it's more accurate for that. And it gives a better view of what the target's actually doing. But for longer distances, lead pip I find works better. So I'll change them out depending on the situation. Like with those Connies, I want to avoid using the lead pip because that'll tend to hit the center of the mass of the ship. And those Connies currently, the cargo elevator is invincible. So if you're landing shots against the center of the mass of the ship, then you're not doing any damage against them. So that's why I'll switch to the lag pip there to make my shots hit something else instead. Yeah, it's the forced look at target, yeah. Let's go down to this bunker. Hurston looks so much better now. Alright, let's head down to Adlai. No cockpit, stay closed. Let's see if we can take on these base turrets in a Talon. We can also test the wing geometry down here too to see what the difference is. Here's turrets. I think they've changed all these bases to only have 2 turrets now instead of 4. There's one dead. Oh wow, that was good timing. I just completely emptied my ammo. Yeah, canopy bug fixed, really. So, when the way the ship spawns is it spawns with the wings closed. And other VTOL ships, they spawn with the VTOLs in VTOL position. So for that means, for me, it implies that the wings closed are the VTOL mode. And the wings open are the forward flight mode. You'd kind of think it might be a little bit reversed. Well, no, maybe not. But I don't know if I feel any difference really at all between the two modes for in terms of VTOL. Yeah. So that's wings open. This is wings closed. I really don't see any difference. This is open. Oh, I actually pushed the engines too hard. Open, transition to closed. I'm still hitting 192, 194. 300, 301. Open the wings back up. No difference. Close the wings. 302. Holding 302. 303. There's no difference. Yeah, I think it's just cosmetic at the moment. It's certainly the way it feels. Oh, look at that. That is cool. You see that black spot right there? Right on my crosshair? That's actually being caused because of the new gas cloud. And that's the shadow of the gas cloud at Hurston L1. That's pretty awesome. One thing I noticed with the Talon is you kind of want to land it back. You want to land it in with a little bit of a landing flare. Because the nose, the little beak part that dips down, it's awful close to the ground. So you don't want that to bump when you come in for a landing. That's kind of reflected by the tail configuration too, because of the slant up towards the back. Seems to be the way that it was designed to land. Oh, restock costs on 2 Revenants are not bad at all. Those Revenants are fun, but yeah, you'd think. I'm gonna change out the Revenants though. It's definitely annoying to run out of ammo. And they don't really seem to be all that effective. I think if I was gonna go ballistics, I would definitely go with the combines. Just for the same reasons as the cannons as well. If you're gonna go combines, or if you're gonna go cannons, I'd go combines on the... Like a glove. On the first PTU patch, I was able to get the bounty stuff to progress, but like hardly any of the stuff that's required to any of the stuff that's required to get it to work doesn't seem to be spawning. At least not like the previous patch. But I think we're expecting another build tonight anyway, so. I think rhinos are probably going to be the better option. Even though you're maneuverable in the Talon, I kind of feel like you don't actually want to get in closer. You really want to try to leverage that range to your advantage, but I could be wrong. That's just theory at the moment. Yeah, it's an archer. You want to be evasive. You want to be sticking back out of range of other ships as much as you can, and poke at things. Use that extra range and velocity that you have over almost every other fighter to your advantage. Yeah, see when it spawns, the wings are folded. So like when you spawn a Retaliator or, you know, some other ship that has VTOL, it spawns on a pad in its VTOL configuration. And sort of the same thing when you're going to configure the ship in Arena Commander. It spawns in the wing, in the little configuration screen. It shows it as being the wing's open position, which is standard. It's standard forward flight mode is what ships are shown as in that display there. So to me that says wings folded are VTOL, or supposed to be VTOL. Even though it doesn't really feel like there's any difference as far as I can really feel anyway. And when it's in Quantum, it's the wings extended. I think it'd be really cool if there was an even more extended wing mode, like the wingspan was even wider, but then it came in to this position based on its velocity. I think that would be kind of cool. Let's add a little bit of power to these weapons. So yeah, like in terms of like pip,
If anyone's listening, I need a hand.
if I push in on that right there, it changes the pip type on the fly. So like when I'm engaging this guy, I'm just going to want to use lead, because lead's a better idea of trying to hit something at range accurately. But when they come in close, if I want to start targeting something specific, then I can use lag pip to do that. Like this Cutlass here, I can try to shoot off his engine or something with lag. There, just blow off his engine.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Yeah, the Rhinos just feel so much more effective than the Revenants. On a little ship like a Buccaneer, I probably wouldn't bother switching pip type. I probably would rely on sub-target
It's easier this way.
instead. Yeah, none of those bounties really seem to want to spawn. So if I do this one, it's probably gonna have two of them. Yeah, one of them is gonna be all the way back at Crusader. I probably got a little bit too much power in those because they were overheating before I wanted them to, so I'm gonna dial them back just a little bit. There, I'm gonna keep them about there.
Quantum travel engaged.
Once you get to the targets now, it seems like they take a long time for them to spawn. There's one. There's two.
Contact. Weapons too hot. Attack on shields. Weapons too hot. Weapons too hot. Shit! Weapons too hot. Target destroyed. Contact. Contact. Target destroyed. Contact. Weapons too hot. Contact. Weapons too hot. Target destroyed.
Oof. I think one of the ships behind me hit me.
Target destroyed. Attack on shields. Shields fully charged. Contact. Weapons too hot. Target destroyed. Weapons too hot. Target destroyed. Contact. Target destroyed.
Alright, that takes care of them. We'll need some fuel though to get that last one. Yeah, now we're in the gas cloud that we saw the shadow of earlier from Hurston.
Engines too hot. Engines
complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Top up the fuel tanks.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Alright. Back to Crusader. And now we wait for this one to spawn.
Contact. Target destroyed.
Kablamo. Yeah, it seems like in this patch it's not spawning the other types of bounties. So it's not possible to make any kind of progression with it. I'll do another ECN alert. We'll compare the rhinos to how the revenants were working before.
Anybody out there? I need help!
Shit!
Weapons too hot. Weapons too hot. Attack on shields. Weapons too hot. Weapons too hot. Target destroyed.
I don't know, I just feel like the rhinos are better overall.
Weapons too hot. Target destroyed. Weapons too hot. Weapons too hot. Attack on shields. Target destroyed. Weapons too hot. Shields too hot. Weapons too hot.
Wow, it's a bit of a bumpy ride at the moment on the server side.
Weapons too hot. Target destroyed.
Can't believe we made it. This is nothing personal. Honestly, we all have to eat, you know?
Somebody, please help me!
Let's check out Hurston L3. Haven't been there yet. Oh. Right, I need fuel. Let's go to Grimhex. Actually, are there any flame jump permissions? Yeah, that's at L3. Okay, perfect. That's where we want to go anyway. Alright, let's go out to L3. Probably do this one last mission, then call it early.
Quantum travel complete.
I like how you can clearly see where the stations are marked now in these gas clouds.
Too hot.
Please proceed to assigned landing bank.
Landing gear down. Landing complete.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Might as well top up when we're here.
Hydrogen fuel 100%. Launch complete.
Alright, let's go to this mining claim.
Quantum
Thank you. And please visit again.
quantum travel complete.
Gas is thick here.
Gear up. Contact. 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 Contact.
Alright, let's take out those orbital sentries.
Weapons too hot. Target destroyed.
Ooh, there's 12 sentries here in these missions now instead of 9.
Target destroyed.
Size 4s are cutting through them like hot knives through butter.
Target destroyed.
Don't see any prospectors here. There's usually all kinds in these missions.
Too hot. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Weapons too hot. Contact. Contact. Weapons too hot. Weapons too hot.
Oh, you still don't want to get hit by them though. Holy shit.
Shields charging. Shields fully charged. Target destroyed.
Oh, there's the prospectors.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
There we go. Alright, let's head back to the station. Alright, that's enough fun for now. I'm officially calling it. Have a good one.